Hello, we're back at Leeds today for Chase the Ace, which is a one-shot qualifying and then a 45-minute race where we currently have no ace, so whoever wins becomes the ace, basically. It's one-shot quali, which means obviously one lap, and that is all you get, so very exciting, very much pressure on you. Going really wide at the last corner, starting the lap really wide as well to be on the power for longer, straighter line. Across we go, into the first corner, not too bad, could have maybe got a tiny bit closer through there. Coming through the chicane, using all the track, pretty much, using as much as we need to anyway, not too bad. Coming up to turn 5, turn in, on the power, trying to get a little bit more rotation than we need, then we go through 6. This kart, there was 3 karts that was being used. This one was maybe the worst one of the 3. It was also quite a warm night, so everything was a bit down on power, and I was the heaviest person there, so there are my 3 excuses. I missed turn 11 though, can't make an excuse for that. And as we come across the line, ducking down, trying to get us faster. Okay, great. Only 14 of us, so 11 is not very good. Lights go green, lights stay on. Some people go, some people don't. Big mess. Everyone, sometimes they put the lights green and people just go, you know, sometimes it doesn't work like that. This time they set the lights to green and then the lights go out. So everyone off correctly this time. I'm already up a position because somebody else has decided to change their kart, so up into P10 of P14. Still not great, but you know, we've got, who's that, Depressed Elmo, or the Cookie Monster in front. We're going to try and get past them quite quickly. And he goes straight up the inside of Jack. Absolutely massive move. I'm trying to get around Jack. Someone comes up the inside. They're not there on here, though, so I turn in. Nice. Let's try and get past Jack. Try and make our way up through the field because, you know, 11th, 10th, it's not really where I want to be. I want to be up top half. Someone goes for a move. I get up the inside of Jack. That puts me into P9 as we cross the line, and let's see what we can do then. See if Jack's going to come back. No, through the first corner. He has a look, but there we go. We're okay. End of lap 1, start of lap 2. So, we're going to jump forwards to lap 8 now. And we're still behind the Cookie Monster and Jester just in front. Now, if you've watched the video from a couple of weeks ago, you'll remember Jester and you'll know why I'm determined to get past him this week. Oh no! Go! Okay, who picked it?
It was Jester.
So that put me from a pretty good chance of a podium down into dead last. So I really want to get past this guy and meet up with Jester.
Just want to talk to him.
Why do you have a shotgun?
I just want to talk to him.
First though, we're gonna have to get past Sad Elmo. And he is looking like he wants to have a bit of a go at Jester. Coming through turn 11, big drift, hand goes up in the air. That's smoke from a kart that decided that it did not want to race anymore. Lights go red. Kart gets swapped out. Lights go yellow again. So, let's try and catch up. Let's maybe try and get a bit of a jump when the lights go green. Keep an eye on the lights. Try and, you know, catch people by surprise. Maybe that's how we can get past. So, lights go green. Through the chicane. He goes a little bit wide. Maybe we can try and stay on his bumper, you know, find a way through. Dude, Jester goes defensive, very defensive. He goes wide. I go up the inside, go for another cutback. Get up the inside. Is he going to give me space? Just about. Yes, side by side through 7. He gets a bit of a run towards the bridge, so we go side by side through the bridge. No way through yet, unfortunately. But as we come through 11, I take a really weird line there. No idea why I did that. But, you know, what can you do? Keep moving forwards. Lap 10. Stuck in behind him still, through the first corner, jumping up to the back of his bumper pretty much through some corners. I'm always losing out on the straights is going to be another excuse for me, but through the corners I'm not doing too bad. He goes very deep there. Through 6, I'm going for a cutback again, get a good run. He's banging the steering wheel. Up the inside again, look around to the outside. he's still there, so we give each other space through the bridge again, but as we come up through here, he's not there. There we go, position made. Now I want to try and chase down Jester, make my way up to him, and, you know, get revenge for what happened a few weeks ago. Through one, not too bad, he's not had a chance to go for it there. Through the chicane, we're going to try and keep up with him, but looking around, there is the guy. Not really any overlap, but he goes for it, turn 5, not happening. I see that coming. Through 6, I keep it around, I tap my head, I point at Jester, let's work together, let's go get him. Jumping forwards, we are coming up over the bridge again, look around, he's not there, look again, there's sort of a shadow and he goes for a big dive again. I go all the way around the outside, keep it together, and I guess he doesn't want to work together. Yeah, I guess he doesn't want to work together. So I'm just going to have to try and put some good laps in, try and build a gap now so he can't just keep lunging at turn 5 and hoping that it makes it stick. So, coming over to start lap 13, there is Jester. And I have had to put in lap after 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 lap to try and catch up to him. 25 laps it's taken to get up to the back of him. And it's just been a case of a tenth or two at a time. And that is going through my mind. Every lap, that phrase, it was Jester that made Mark get in the cart for you and go from top 3 to dead last. Is what has been spurring me on. Go for a cutback there, not quite working. Follow him under the bridge, and we're both desperate to make a good move. I try and look at 11, not really going to work, so I'm going to slip in behind, try and get in the slipstream. He's starting to pull away a little bit on the straight, so I'm ducking down, trying everything I've got. I'm throwing everything I have at this to try and catch up. Through the first corner, not too bad, I'm a bit closer this time. Through the chicane, going to try and take a little bit of a weird line to stay in his slipstream, also stay in his mind as well, you know. We're clearly not going to be able to get past on pace, so maybe I can force him into a mistake, or just get into his mind, you know, make him feel the pressure. Maybe that's how we can get past him this time. Coming up through the bridge though, nothing going on yet. I take a little bit more speed in, look at the last corner, but I'm not nearly close enough, so I don't go for a big dive, no point there. And we come through to start lap 40. Now, jumping forwards to the end of lap 40, I'm still on his bumper, ducking down on the straight to try and get any time of like 1,000th that I can. Through the first corner, catch up a bit. Nice, I'm a lot closer this time. Coming through the chicane, he goes a little bit deep. I stay in his slipstream, I stay behind him. Every time he looks back, I want him to see me. He goes very defensive into 5. That gives me a big cutback on 6, another big cutback on 7, and I've got the inside. This is my best chance now. He gives me space very nicely. We are side by side, neck and neck. I give him space under the bridge. He comes back up under the bridge. There's a bit of a gap on the inside. I go for a bit of an optimistic move. Jester though goes deep. I go for a cutback again on the last corner. Jumping around, he turns into me. We're both jumping, we both want it. And as we get up to the first corner, I'm going to have the inside. I go deliberately deep, hang him out to dry, and that is it. I've got the place. So, lap 42, it has taken me 28 laps to catch Jester and find a way past. But, thankfully, finally I've done it. And I've now got to try and defend. There was Joel, you may have seen him coming through. Joel is coming up to lap us, and I've been keeping an eye on that as well, because maybe I can use Joel to my advantage. So looking around, he's not gone for a move on the last corner. I don't think Jester's let Joel through yet, but looking around, Jester not having a chance to go for it on the first corner, so that's all good. Now, I think Jester, lap 44, has let Joel through. Joel's on the back of me. I'm trying to think of how I can use him to, you know, build more of a gap. So through turn 11, I go wide through 12, point Joel through, Joel takes the line, I get back on the power, and I'm right in the slipstream, right on Joel's bumper. This is great, because Joel is just going to be pulling me forwards, getting me away from Jester, and making my P7 more secure. So through the first corner, catch up, through the corners, not too bad. Get to a bit of a straight, not really going to work though. Joel not too happy with that line for some reason, but you know, this is all really going to be helping me at least, to build that gap behind, because that's what I need right now. And as we jump forwards from lap 44 to lap 65, it has been an absolutely draining race, from, you know, having to put everything into it to catch up to Jester, to defending to him, to how warm it was that night, to the car, everything. I've been begging this race to finish for a while, and you know, 65 laps is a good distance, and thankfully I saw David getting into the position on the last corner on the last lap. There's the checkered flag, so as we come through 11, we're going to come through 12, and mercifully the race is going to be over. I've done it, I've got my revenge. Thank you, Jester. What a race.
Great racing.
Something is, you didn't totally pull away, so I thought at least I've been consistent-ish. I hope so. You need to disappear, that's what it's.
It was really difficult. I had to put a lot into it.
You what?
I had to put a lot into it to catch you up and then fight and then get past.
I felt like I had more power on the back straight. It felt like you couldn't catch me there.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
So there we go, out of the carts. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It was a long old night, but I was very happy. Fist bump with Jester.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and see you at the next one. Cheers.
I was catching like a